can't. Done with you. It's not allowed anymore. All right, so this should fly by. We can get right back where we were. $10 says they don't remember their picks.
Someone picks the
no.
wrong pick. We have to restart.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the patience for that, Brian. I think they're gonna pick them in order too. Look at this.
Look
Wow.
at that professionalism.
See, and you had no.
Before punch pick. Oh.
I think he just wanted to juxtapose the CM and the punch, just to Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so little trivia, Dota 1. What was Ursa's name in Dota 1? Do you recall?
I don't.
Fuzzy Wuzzy, are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Oh my lord.
How do you not remember Fuzzy Wuzzy? That's the best part about him. Fucking Fuzzy.
That's pretty amazing.
Axe was Mogul Khan. And then it was Mogul Khan Touch This. Omni Knight, do you remember Omni Knight's name?
No, I'm really bad at the original names.
Purest Thunder Wrath. Death Prophet, you have to know. Come on. I didn't want to put you on blast, bro. I apologize.
It's okay.
Crobolus.
I can take it. Crobolus?
Crobolus. Girl Krabby.
Was off.
It's alright. It's alright. Well, I mean, I'm literally just trying to kill time here, thinking of random stuff. We've already been through it.
I know Murana's.
Ooh.
Priestess.
And actually, because of the Dota 2 changes, is that I've forgotten a lot of them too. You know.
Yeah, that's what's happened. For
I
me
forgot that Priestess was actually Potom, Priestess of the Moon, because she's just Murana.
That's how I still refer to her. So every now and again in a pub, I'll have people really confused. Right? We even have Broodmother who's reminding us Potom of the Moon.
Yeah, it's my boy. Okay, Pudge has pretty good cosmetics, so yeah.
They're gonna go for a first blood. Do they have a smoke?
Yes, I think someone just picked one up actually. Yep, they're smoking now.
They do. The Priestess have one.
They definitely have the advantage in level 1 team fight.
Yeah.
They have terrible win rates. Oy. 31 and 33. Yikes. Well, they're gonna get off to a fast start here if they can. Yeah, they're sticking together. They got this now. They're gonna see him.
They're gonna get this disruptor for free.
Yeah. Maybe just a disruptor. I'm assuming there's gonna be a big disengage here. Actually, goes to the Phantom Lancer too.
Was really close.
PL get the credit for that one. So that's a pretty good start. That's nice. But I'm still so worried about containing this Brood.
Yeah, they don't have enough wave clear in my opinion. And even when the Crystal Maiden gets level 6,
yeah,
you know, the Brood's gonna have an Orchid, and CM's gonna try to Freezing Field and just die.
Yeah, good luck getting Freezing Field off with. I mean, it's not like there's. I mean, there's damage. I mean, OD, you put points. This isn't like, you know, half a year ago. You put points into Arcane Orb now, like, so there's damage. Omni can heal. Like, she's gonna be visible. There will be damage to be dealt. So, if the silence doesn't come out, there'll be many other things to stop her.
Well, it looks like we have standard lanes. Both teams playing what are essentially going to be safe lane tri-lanes.
How terrifying is this mid matchup, though? Like, on the real.
I mean, that's not. Then you can't cut that any way that works out well for Pudge.
Well, even the bottom lane. I mean, the Nyx. I mean, you get level 2 glimpse. You're not getting away. I don't care how many points you have in Spike Carapace, or if you land a stun on all 3 in the tri lane. Like, he's probably still gonna be boned.
That was my big concern when the Pudge last pick came out, is that the lane phase is now super weak. Like, you can afford to lose out on the Nyx lane because he's gonna bring so much in the mid game. But now that you're losing out on 2 lanes, that's a big investment, especially for a team that's win condition is get ahead, stay ahead. Because if you're starting from behind, you're going to have a difficult time getting ahead.
Well, that's the thing with Nyx, too. Like, yeah, he can provide a lot, But I mean, he's gonna have to get the XP. So I mean, you really want him to hit like 7, ideally. So he at least has multiple levels and everything, and plus Vendetta, obviously. But I mean, he's got to play it super careful. I mean, they're playing very conservatively now. That, you know, doing the stacking and the pulling. But I mean, he's gonna have a hard time, especially in comparison to the Brood. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. Insect versus insect, I'm gonna have to give it to Brood Mama. Pudge actually has better CS than the OD right now. Is that messed up?
Yeah, but he's taking a lot of damage.
Well,
and
they're rotating in
he
on him
may
too.
go down here.
First Blood's already down, and he's actually gonna be the second death here. Might be getting no deny either. So disruptor with haste. Only level 2, and they already get that gank. Actually, Nyx is in a lot of trouble down here too. Soul Siphon doing a ton of damage. And he's going to pop a Fairy Fire, he's going to pop the Sab, and he just barely walks away with a little over 40 HP. Yikes. Yeah, weak laning phase, and it's not going to change.
Dire's mid tower's having
The best chance they have is
spot on.
the top lane, and they'll be happy to break even, I think.
Yeah, I think the PL just has to be completely dominant of this Broodmother, so both supports can get out on the map and help the other lanes. And that's the concern though, because PL is not particularly strong against Broodmother. Once she gets her spiders up, he has a very difficult time dealing with spider harass. So this is, you know, disadvantageous place for TWM, but most games are decided in the mid game, so I'll see how this plays out for them.
Yeah, I mean the only hope is that, you know, the PL at least, you know, gets something out of this lane. Like I said, breaking even is best case. Because yeah, I mean the wave clear is really not there. Yeah, they have detection, but now spiders are level 2. The soul ring is going to be done as soon as she walks over and picks up the last piece and finishes the recipe. Like that's when it starts to get really just hard to stay in that lane. So I don't know. They're gonna have to hold out here. Get the gank squad mobilized.
Yeah, the Broodmother's level 4. The Nyx is level 2.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. And he actually, after using all of his regen to stay alive, about a minute ago, he runs and grabs the boots just so we can get the heck out of there if need be. Using the mana burn on the DP to try to keep out the spam, but I mean, no matter what, if she gets close enough, she's getting a soul siphon off, and he's in trouble. So
Yeah.
Mirana spotted out here. That's another thing too. The Mirana really is just awkwardly in this game now. You know.
Yeah, they don't have anywhere. Once the Brood pick went down, they didn't really have anywhere to
Well,
gank.
maybe now she has a chance. Yeah.
Well, that worked.
It wasn't picture perfect, but it kills the kill, and Pudge will get the credit for that one too. So.
Just still has arrow available, so we might even see a try on OD.
It's gonna be difficult with the full creep wave plus the illusions, but yeah, OD's just gonna go back. Fill up the bottle here. Thank you, Mr. Omni Knight. And now the spider army is in effect here, so.
It hit, but no follow-up from Pudge. He was blocked.
Yeah, he's actually gonna go pretty damn low here, and Mirana's out of mana, so I mean the Arcane Orb is
Priest
just
is-
destroying
wow.
her. Oh my gosh, they missed the hook, and 6 HP
They
away
missed
from
the
death
hook, and
here.
the Priestess lives with 6 HP.
Yeah, but she's missing 24 int right now, so. She actually has negative intelligence. She's straight at 0. It won't go
Zero
negative.
mana.
That's so sad. Unable to cast anything.
She can't even be out of mana. She doesn't have any mana to be out of.
Yeah, there's nothing. That is.
She's gonna have to sit at the well until those stacks
When is the
go
last time
away.
you saw that at 5 minutes into a game? A hero that could not
I
sustain a
have
mana
not
pool.
seen that frequently.
It's so messed up. Alright, now the CM's in trouble here. She actually, yeah, she gets a second level in Crystal Nova, which is huge, but it's just not enough, and now she might just be done.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's just dead. We were waiting for that to happen, and it actually took a little bit longer. And now, actually, the DP in a lot of trouble. Picks up a kill in the Nyx, but will go down in exchange. And actually, Omni Knight here with no mana, but
Good arrow.
Punch is already long gone and Disruptor's here.
What's with all
I don't know if Marana's gonna have enough damage on her own here. I think they're just gonna trade right clicks and eventually call it a day. My mount's cooler than your mount, etc., etc. Yeah, so now CM is just in for a hell of a time here, and Brood still not optimal timing, but could still go at Midas. I mean, kill the CM or the PL one more time. PL actually be a little difficult. He's only got, if she can force a doppelgang, she can pretty much run him down because the cooldown's almost half a minute there. So
Yeah, or if she gets another massive wave of spiders and gets a little trap, if all of them get one hit off, and she's able to do that twice, the PL is gonna die.
yeah, no, she's gonna play it safe though. Pick up another set of sentries and get the boots online. Marana actually with a perfectly timed leap. Ooh, just misses the arrow, unfortunately. Actually, wow.
Ooh, hits it on the end.
It's gonna actually miss the death prophet.
Wow,
and
look
the
at
Omni,
Disruptor.
there's no follow up here.
That's such a high level play. The Disruptor tanking the minion wave damage, so Omni Knight doesn't get low enough for a leap star call combination to be a kill.
Yeah, this Pudge pick, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a reason why he's been the most picked hero in Dota for what, 3 years now, since they've been keeping like official track of it on Dota Buff. Like,
Yeah.
he's fun to be in games, but
A gift from the tempest of battle.
yikes. Old strats are, oh, that's a wonderful title. One game solo mid and pro. That was a loss, Brian. He's out of the
I
meta.
could believe it.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah, he's
surprised
really
there's
not
even one,
strong.
to be honest.
Yeah.
The setup
I think he's
Pudge
been
is-
played offlane at least once. I think we've seen him offlane at least once.
Mhm.
But
I think
mid lane-
last season he was picked a couple of times as well, but yeah, it wasn't. I think once in a game that really meant nothing for both teams, I think he was picked to go solo mid. But
Thanks.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like that, the items, you know, that like a lot like some of the other heroes in the pool, it just makes them more viable. You know, the Aether Lens is nice, this egg exchange is huge, but it's still, man. I mean, you're all in with the hooks and the arrows, and when they're both on the same team. Yeah.
He's just right now. He's just outclassed by too many characters
Yeah,
in the
and
mid
he
lane.
actually
There are
dies
too
a
many
second time here
options.
to the OD. And that's not going to change. Like, it's not going to get easier as time goes on.
Well, the only time it'll get easier is when he leaves lane.
Yeah. Which,
Just stops
surprisingly,
trying
it's
to
like,
get CS.
yeah, like we talked about, he's not going to win mid. Like, that's just not an option.
He's actually gone 3 points in Rot and 3 points in Hook. I'm not sure if that was a mistake, but that does mean he needs level 8 before he has max Hook. So that could
might have
be
been a missed click, yeah.
could be a mistake. So here we go. This is the situation where Brood gets really
They got a
scary.
TP rotation. They got the
Unless
Pudge
she
coming in, but it's still just a Pudge. It's going to be impossible to hook the Brood, most likely. Even with great vision. Yeah. Pops the ult. She's out of there, so... Oh my gosh, and
Oh,
the
CM
spiders
goes
still
down on the
get the
back end.
CM on the back end. Oh my gosh. And now I think they're ready to turn on the Pudge here. They have vision, another
Oh,
missed hook, and
missed
now
hook.
he's pretty low on mana. He's got enough
He
for
was
one
in
more.
range to bite. He could have just bit the Broodmother and been fine, but went for the hook, went for the greed.
Well, those are sentries for the other team, so he did not have vision.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I was thinking the same
No,
thing too, actually. And actually,
confused.
DP pops are out on bottom, not focusing the tower at all. She wants the kill on the Nyx, who still is not quite level 6. Okay, just hits level 6 now, so kind of a squandered DP ult, but space created, as we like to say.
Fear nothing.
Yeah, the Nyx doesn't have mana boots yet, so he's really hurting.
Yeah, it's definitely starved. And now, Phantom Lancer with absolutely no mana to speak of, so...
Nyx is the lowest. Oh, for just until he got that last hit, he was the lowest on the net worth. Below CM, below Priestess, not below Omni, but the lowest on his team for quite some time in net worth.
Ooh, there you go. CM, oh, level 3. Crystal Nova just farmed a bunch of spiders, so she's... That's her farming mechanism. That's how she's going to get back in the game. And now Marana in a really cheeky place here. One more hit and she's going to be dead. Nope, 2 more. Okay, so I have no idea. She was actually in between the T1 and the T2 there.
Well, here's something I haven't seen: Blink Dagger on OD as opposed to Force Staff.
Blink has actually been really, really popular now. Mostly just during the self astrals, because the time while you're in it, you can blink out immediately if you're quick on the trigger. So, Force Staff's still a really nice item, just because it's, I don't know, it offers
Adding
the same,
mana.
Yeah, that, yeah, but you add the end too, so, or add to the mana pool, so it's twice as functional. Yeah, but the blink I've definitely seen. And actually, Pudge hitting his first big hook. Oh my gosh, he dies. The hammer's dropped. Everyone's dead mid except for OD. Jeez, drops the hammer, gets a double kill here. Disruptor will go down, but small price to pay.
Yeah, OD has gotten the best lane that you can possibly draw for him. I think even Wisp would be a harder lane than a Pudge.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Okay, now here we go. They have a nice little ultimate here, popped by the Nyx, but still just not enough damage. He's only level 7. Only 1 point in the stun. He went max mana burn first, and now I think he's actually finished it. One more mana burn just to finish off the OD. So he's gonna get a good amount of gold, but I think he's in trouble here now. Yeah, he's dead.
Yep, he's gonna go down.
So really smart play by the Disruptor, just being heads up and proactive, and just sticking out Pudge. Really just idling along, and he's taking a lot of tower hits, and with the rot damage, Arrow's gonna miss.
Oh, he was trying to buy time for Arrow.
I think Murano's still picking up that kill. Yeah, he gets off the deny, so really nothing expended there, really. So a lot of space created here for the PL, who's trying to just tick away at this tower, but
Guess what's happening?
Well, you said that their best hope was to come out of the early game even, and I think the lane phase is officially over.
Yep.
Looking at the graphs, do you feel that they've accomplished that? Do you think a 5k lead team-wide is close enough to even for them to have a good mid-game, or
no,
is that too big a
not
gap?
at all. It's much too big, especially now with the Nyx is trying to be active on the map, but he's not going to find anything now. That's the thing. It's like they needed to mobilize their gank squad, but so far it's just been literally the biggest swing and miss. like those first 3 picks, I was really like hopeful like you. I'm like, wow, look at this team. You know, the CM, Nyx, Murano, like, yeah, it takes a little bit of finesse because there's adding the Pudge, it's another skill shot, but Nyx is still trying to make things happen, but by himself it's not enough damage, and now he's just gonna die again. He's got nothing.
Yeah. That's the big concern to me, that there doesn't seem to be a lot of team cohesion. They picked a roster that literally requires the team to be, you know, in perfect communication to function. But I haven't seen any signs that these guys are playing as a team, that they're playing together, that they have a sense that they need to be comboing their characters in order to be picking up kills.
And speaking of picking up kills, looks like Pudge is going to go down one more time just for good measure. I mean, this is... we sound like broken records here.
I want to go back to the Pudge pick because the number of hooks that I've seen him miss.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Yes, that is actually correct. If OD is out of mana, mana burn does no damage because it is damage dealt on mana loss. But I want to go back to the Pudge for a second because we said, you know, when it was drafted, that's a risky pick. It better pan out. The Pudge player better be good. And I've seen him miss a lot of hooks. I have not been impressed with his play. And I know I'm not a great Pudge player, but I know enough about drafting not to draft him for myself. I think that...
even in, like, pubs, like, ranked matches, it's kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
He's not like the hero that I've put a ton of time into, that I've mastered, crafted, and made my own.
You don't have
and
a
there's some people
Claw?
who have done that.
You don't have a Dragon Claw
No,
yet?
I don't.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I'm a scrub. But I know that there are some people who have done that, and for players like that, Pudge is a completely viable pick. He's always going to be viable because he is an amazing playmaker. But he's so hard to pull off like that, and at a level like this, you know, maybe this works in pubs. But when you're playing against players who are competent players who know how to abuse that kind of pick,
Gosh, they're
I mean,
really trying to make something happen here. Another missed hook on the
that
DP.
goes nowhere.
And she's going to pop the ult, and this is just going to be an all-in play here. Pudge really unable to do anything, and with the heal coming out, DP is not going down fast enough here. And they're gonna be two down. They can just clean up. Yeah, they're all dead. I kind of saw that.
Yeah,
one.
that Omni Knight pick. That Omni Knight pick was really, really good against this roster.
He doesn't even have any items. Poor guy just has boots and a soul ring. Imagine once he actually gets some farm up, you know. And Brood Mama takes out the PL. So that's a full team wipe across the map here. Yeah.
Yeah, this was not the best executed draft. I feel like it was held together until the Pudge pick, and then they got into the game, and the team play just was not there. And I know that there's been a lot of disparity in the team records, especially in this league, where there have been some teams who have won a lot of games and some teams who have won fewer games. But in a playoff situation, you'd expect to see the cream of the crop, and this looks like a team that's used to playing against players who are of a lower skill level. This doesn't look like a team who's used to playing against equals.
Well, that's one thing I kind of was confused about and kind of upset with. I was kind of hoping when they combine the champion and heroic leagues from last season that they'd be a little bit more discerning in as far as the playoffs go. And I'm not trying to bash anybody. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these teams tried very hard and they played well, but it's just to avoid scenarios like this where you have, like, you figure out what the discrepancy is during the regular season. And there you go, there's your CM. No Orchid available. Boom. So they finally take down the Brood Mama. Which is a lot of gold. But you get what I'm saying, though? It's just like, you know the teams that did not perform well during the regular season, but they invite everyone in for the playoffs. So everyone gets a second chance, which is great for the field goal.
Oh, I didn't know that everyone was available in the playoffs. Okay,
I mean, there's teams that literally did not win a game in the regular season that are in the playoffs right now. There are multiple
I'm
teams.
super surprised, because I looked at their Dota buff, and they had a lot of wins. They had a good win rate. So I'm really...
This particular team, yeah, they trust me, they weren't bottom of the barrel by any means, but I mean, there's multiple teams I think that even I've casted, and I know for a fact that I've not won a game that are in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, I understand you guys want to be all inclusive, you want to get as many people in this as you want, but
I think it's a good way to go, but I do agree with you that they should have kept the old bracket, perhaps, to give a little bit more of a chance to more players. And I don't think the prize pool is that big, so they're not... For a website, for a company, they're not losing out on money by keeping an extra division.
There we go.
And it's not like they're spending time. Alright, so they're starting to get online now.
This is what we've been waiting for, but at the same time, they already lost the PL yet again. So, I mean, they're really... Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, the hammers drop. Just when things look nice, Brian. OD comes in and has to ruin everything. Yikes. This is why we can't have nice things. 4 go down just for the cost of 2 supports. And actually, no, Ron will be okay here, but... I mean, they're down to 1 tower at 19 minutes in. So OD makes quick work of the mid tower. I mean, I don't know. Trust me, like I said, I'm not hating on anybody. It's just kind of, especially like we said, like there's people here that like finished entry last season and they wanted to move up. Well, you have a few 6K teams here, man. Like it's
that's a really, really rough competition.
Right?
And I know that there have been some teams that started an entry and have had success, right? Woods and Base has been doing very well. Last year they were oh no, they were in Heroic last year.
No, they were in entry last year. They won their bracket in entry, yeah.
And they've been doing very well. So there are certainly teams that can do it, and I think that, you know, everyone deserves a chance to go at it. It's just
there you go, there's another kill. So I mean,
I don't even, yeah. I don't. It's not like player skill. I just don't feel like they took this game seriously.
Yeah.
And that's kind of unfortunate.
Moonshot already on the OD. It looks like he's gonna go for a sheep stick as well. Yeah, they're not messing around. Yeah, I just don't know why. Like that's the thing. Like why wouldn't you take this game seriously though? Especially if you played like mediocre to poorly in the regular season, you get a fresh start. You could run the table.
Yeah, it's definitely been known to happen. Weirder things have happened. The Giants beating the Patriots.
Raiders almost making the playoffs this season. I mean,
That was crazy.
I'm sorry.
Pudge has, I have been on screen for Pudge missing 6 or 7 hooks.
Yeah.
The priestess arrows, they're a little bit harder to land, so I'm gonna give a little bit more leeway on that. But the Pudge pick has really been not been panning out for them.
This is
And
kind of
so
what I
kind
expected
of,
the whole time. Like I expected them to have at least 2 to 3 heroes roaming around, getting the pickoffs.
Yeah, when we saw that draft, that was the thought, right?
Yep.
Priestess moves around, or Priestess and CM move around. CM sets up all of the kills with a free stun on Frostbite, and then they land whatever skill shots in the area, the hook or the arrow, and they clean up that way. And then Nyx can come in.
I mean, they need to make a move here. OD's just zoning everybody. Get the Nyx trying to come up from behind, but this team's just so well protected. Omni's right in the thick of it too. He's right in the middle, ready to save anybody that gets a little too low. Yeah, and OD is just destroying people. Omni's there to heal him up. Drops the hammer, actually perfectly dodged there by the Phantom Lancer, but
yeah,
he's gonna quickly save, and then probably see the blink out right now. Yep, see? As soon as the Astral's done. It's just handy. I like it, but
really good timing combination.
yeah, it's just too little too late. The buybacks come out, but they're about to lose a Rax here. They're fighting valiantly though. I like it now. They're gonna get the Omni Knight, and they already killed the Broodmother top, so T3 and they get a nice team wipe. So I mean, they're not out, but I mean PL's just so far behind now at this point.
Yeah, looking at the net worth and then the team gold graph, they're kind of at a situation where they can't really come back. I know a lot of times we try to paint it as like, well, maybe if this and this and this happen, they have a comeback mechanism. They drafted a team that doesn't really have a comeback mechanism.
Yeah.
And maybe if the Nyx assassin got like 20 kills in a row, he could be the comeback mechanism because he's
right,
super
we are
good
pillars
against...
of optimism and silver lining. Come on now, we can't make this look less bleak. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The Nyx assassin is sitting on a Dagon 2, and the stronger OD gets, the closer Nyx gets to one-shotting him in the theoretical realm with mana burn. So if the OD keeps picking up the kills, Nyx Assassin's going to be able to farm them for gold, pick up his Dagon 5, his Blink, and at that point he's going to be basically able to one-shot the entire enemy team, one by one, every time Vendetta is on cooldown.
There we go. See? See? You should work in public relations, man. You just spun that story beautifully.
Where I belong.
Yeah, it's... oh my god.
Playing a team with a Pudge, if you just start... if somehow you suddenly get on a hot streak and you start hitting hooks, you pick them off one by one, it's really hard to take a team fight 4v5, 3v5, even when you're this far.
I'm actually, when I play with my friends, I'm like the team punching bag for a Pudge. I will run into I'm a lot better of this of late, but it's always been notorious. Especially if I'm going mid against a Pudge, for some reason it's just in my head that I will fail. Oh my gosh, this PL just has no chance. Just gets destroyed, caught out of base, and that's a Rex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out a Pudge just for fun. So much burst damage, just dies in seconds here. CM's next here. Yeah, they have vision. I mean, they really have everything going for them at this point. Meanwhile, Brood doing Broodmother things. Oh, we got a spider fight! Arachnid Wars. Yep, I think Brood Mama wins that one. They just call it GG.
Alright, there's the good game. So, we'll see if their second draft is a little bit more standard, shall we say? Oh man, that hurt.
Standard's a good word.
That hurt to watch. We'll go with standard, or at least able to compete in the lane phase. They drafted very greedily, and against a different roster, that lineup may have worked beautifully. But the problem is that now picked up a roster that wanted to be aggressive early, wanted to push early, apply a lot of tower pressure, and TWM just didn't have the team to deal with that.
Yeah. Not really much more you can say. I mean, they had a draft, they went into a game wanting to play a certain way, and there's just... the Nanaue were not prepared to let that happen in any way, shape, or form, so... Yeah, I'm with you, man. I hope to see it turn around for game 2. I want this to keep going, right? Best of 3. I want to see all 3 games.
Oh yeah. Anytime you get to cast a best of 3, you're usually hoping to see all 3 games go,
For sure.
and this is no exception.
For sure. All right. We'll take a quick break here. We'll get into game 2 for you guys.